Welcome to Game Week 35 predictions. Last week I got 7 points, taking me to a total of 191 points. We're going to kick this off with City versus Wolves. City, we won 2 games, one against Aston Villa and one against Forest. Both tough opponents, both high in the league. One was in the FA Cup, but that is winner's mentality. That is winner's mentality. We don't give up, especially in that Villa game. Mateus Nunes coming in clutch for us and getting us the 3 points. We will be facing a tough opponent, Wolves. They have now gotten their 6th win in a row, but I think it ends here. I think we should be able to beat them. Yes, they got Cunha back, who was great in their game against Leicester, but City are starting to, build momentum. So I'm gonna go for a 3-1 win to City. Next up is Villa versus Fulham. Villa, they lost 2 important games, one in the league against us, like I said, dropping a little bit out of the race. I don't know if they're completely out for top 5. And they also lose to Crystal Palace. Big loss there, 3-0, and they're out of the FA Cup. But they will be facing Fulham, who honestly have been looking horrendous recently. They barely beat Southampton 2-1, and they really struggled against them. So I think Villa has a chance here to, come back a little bit. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Villa. Next up is Leicester versus Southampton. Relegation battle here, very boring. Leicester, they lost again. Vardy missed his pen. He is stuck on 198 goals. He can get 200, but I don't think he will for Leicester. I don't think he'll score again, honestly. And Southampton, they were honestly unlucky against Fulham. They were the better team, but again, they fell apart in the last minutes and concede a couple goals, and then they end up losing. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game here. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Southampton. Next up is Everton versus Ipswich. Everton, I expected way more from them against Chelsea. They were just, they just let Chelsea have all the ball. They didn't do much. As for Ipswich, they take another beating, this time to Newcastle, because, again, they get an early red card. This is going to be at Goodison Park. I think Everton's going to win here. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Everton. Next up is Arsenal versus Bournemouth. Arsenal, they had a decent game against Crystal, 2-2. They should have been winning there. They had a couple of their starters, but the most important game for them was against PSG. And I don't understand why Arsenal fans, they really thought they were going to go against PSG and have an easy route to the final. Yes, you beat Madrid, but this Madrid team is nothing compared to what it has been in recent years. And this PSG team is different. This PSG is moving very smooth. Every player is doing their part. And they lost 1-0 at the Emirates. So I honestly think they won't be able to come back in the second leg. I think they might be out. It doesn't matter. They will be playing their weak side here against Bournemouth, who honestly had their best game in a long time. They have been woeful, but then that changed after they got the red card and they went back to an even game against United. As for the result here, I think it's going to be another draw. Arsenal tend to draw when they put a weaker side, so I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw. Next up is Brighton versus Newcastle. Brighton, they made it harder than it needed to be against West Ham. It ended up being 3-2. The last goal coming from Baliba, who saved them the goal with a beautiful shot. As for Newcastle, they beat Ipswich, and that was thanks to a red card. Newcastle have been a little bit off recently, so this was a good comeback for them. I think they'll be able to do it again. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Newcastle. Next up is Brentford versus United. Brentford beat Forest 2-0. Great result. They came in clutch for me. I needed that. I need Forest to drop points. And recently they also put 4 past Brighton, so they're in decent form right now. As for United, they just beat Bilbao 3-0 in the Europa League. I think they're going to make it into the finals. I mean, who doesn't at this point? So that means they will be fielding a weaker side. I expect, they don't want to risk any injuries. So they're going to put a weaker side against Brentford. I think Brentford's going to win here 2-0 to Brentford. Next up is West Ham versus Spurs. West Ham lost to Brighton. They managed to get 2 goals. But I do want to note, Wan-Bissaka and Bowen, their link has been really good this season. That's like the only positive thing West Ham have going for them this season. As for Spurs, they take another L, being the team to give Liverpool the trophy. I mean, I don't know how the schedule managed to set that up, but Spurs again taking another L. But they did beat Bodo Glimt today 3-0, I believe. I'm not too sure, but I expect them to go to the final again, and it's going to be an all-English final for the Europa League. So one of them, I don't know, I forget where they're at in the league, 17, 16. One of them is gonna get Champions League football next year, that should not be legal. But as for the scoreline here for Spurs against West Ham, I don't know why I'm gonna go for a high-scoring game. Neither of the teams are that good at all, but I'm expecting a high-scoring game. I'm gonna go for a 3-2 win to West Ham. Next up is Chelsea versus Liverpool. Chelsea very direct against Everton. That's what I noticed. Madueke and Neto were just in a straight line right at the goal. Deserved win, honestly. They also get the win in the Conference League against I don't even know who, but they're most likely going to win the whole competition unless Betis has something to say. And then Liverpool, congratulations, y'all won the league, beating Spurs with 5 goals, so going out in style. As for the scoreline, Chelsea versus Liverpool really don't have anything else to fight for. Chelsea do, but will Liverpool allow them to just win? No, I don't think so. I think they'll try a little bit here. I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw. I think that makes sense. And then the last game, Crystal versus Forest. Crystal, great performances against Arsenal and Villa, especially against Villa in the FA Cup final or semi-final, making it to the final. As for Forest, they are starting to slip away, losing to Brentford 2-0. They were so close to get Champions League, but it looks like they might slip away. The pressure just got to them and they're falling off a little bit. And honestly, I think that's not the end of it. I think Crystal's gonna beat them here. I'm gonna go for a 3-1 win to Crystal. And those are my predictions for Game Week 35. Tell me what you think. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace.